Listen closely, because what I am about to tell you is something most people feel but cannot explain. Something that hides behind every crisis, every sudden conflict, every strange shift in global behavior. Something ancient, deliberate, and energetic. The chaos you see unfolding across the world right now, the conflicts, the fear, the fragmentation of humanity, none of it is random, and deep down, you already know that. You've sensed it in the tension in the air, in the strange heaviness before major world events, in the way people seem more reactive, more divided, more drained. It's because there is a secret agenda behind the chaos, and it does not operate the way you think. It operates on energy. Before we go deeper, I need you to breathe for a moment, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you read global events forever. Behind political shifts, behind economic crises, behind the engineered fear cycles, there is something else. A coordinated attempt to hijack your energetic state, your consciousness, your internal frequency. Because a scattered humanity is predictable. A fearful humanity is programmable. But a spiritually awakened human, someone who understands energy, vibration, intuition, and inner alignment, that person is uncontrollable. And that's exactly why the world is the way it is right now. If you're here, you didn't arrive by accident. You were pulled to this message. Because you're part of the small percentage who feel the invisible currents beneath global events, a sensitivity that most people have lost or forgotten. And listen, before we continue, if you don't want to be blind anymore, if you want to understand the energetic war behind what feels like normal news, then subscribe right now and leave a like. Because in the coming weeks, I will expose truths that most channels will never touch. Truths that will help you navigate 2025 with clarity instead of fear, alignment instead of confusion, and inner power instead of chaos. But this is your choice. Your frequency chooses the information you attract. If you're ready, stay with me. Now let's go deeper. You see, every era of human history has been shaped by what you could call energy architects. For thousands of years, small groups have understood that human emotion is the most powerful fuel on Earth. Fear, hope, despair, unity. These are not just feelings, they are currencies. Energetic currencies that can influence entire populations without ever touching them physically. And once you understand this, the world suddenly makes sense. Why fear spreads faster than truth? Why outrage is always more amplified than peace? Why every crisis seems to emerge at the perfect moment to redirect collective attention? Because the real battle is not for land or money or governments. It is for your state of consciousness. This is where the secret agenda operates. As a spiritual mentor, I've watched this pattern repeat itself across decades. Every time humanity rises in awareness, every time people begin questioning narratives, every time individuals start turning inward, discovering intuition, questioning illusions, a sudden wave of chaos appears on the world stage, as if something wants to distract you from your awakening. As if the moment you begin to see clearly, the world erupts in noise to drown your inner voice. And 2025 is one of those years. There's a reason why so many people right now feel exhausted without explanation. There's a reason for the emotional instability, the mental fog, the unusual dreams, the collective heaviness, the sudden conflicts erupting globally. It's not just politics, it's not just society, it's not just coincidence, it is energetic engineering. Imagine the collective human field as a massive ocean of frequencies. When people are calm, connected, aligned, and spiritually aware, that ocean becomes still almost impossible to manipulate. But when that ocean is agitated, waves of fear, waves of uncertainty, waves of emotional instability, suddenly it becomes easy to steer populations in whatever direction you want. This is the oldest form of control. But here's the part they don't expect. There are individuals like you who are beginning to break from the pattern, who feel when a false wave enters the collective, who can tell when a crisis is organic and when it's manufactured, who can sense timelines shifting before the news even reports it. That inner sensitivity is not a curse, it is one of the greatest gifts of the human spirit. And the systems that influence world chaos are terrified of that gift. Because once you see the energetic layer behind world events, you cannot unsee it. Let's continue. Think about the last 5 years of global events. Notice the rhythm. Every 6 to 9 months, a new narrative emerges, a new crisis, a new distraction, a new global focus point. The public sees it as coincidence. But energetically, these events act like frequency resets, keeping humanity oscillating between fear and hope. Fear and hope, never long enough in either state to build stability or clarity. But here's the deeper secret. Every moment of chaos creates an energetic vacuum, and something always fills it. Those who understand energy know that chaos weakens the energetic boundaries of individuals and nations, making them more susceptible to influence. It's not about who wins a conflict or who signs a treaty, it's about who holds energetic leverage. You might ask, but what does this have to do with spirituality? Everything, because the only force stronger than engineered chaos is an awakened human being. Someone whose inner frequency is not easily manipulated. Someone who sees through illusions. Someone who knows how to ground themselves even when the world is spinning. Someone who remains conscious, centered, and aware even when the collective is drifting into unconscious fear. This is why spiritually aware people feel more pressure during chaotic times. It's not because you're weak. It's because you're sensitive to energetic distortion. When the collective field destabilizes, you feel it first, long before most people even realize something is wrong. That sensitivity is a sign of evolution, not fragility. But there's more. Behind the world chaos, there lies a deeper agenda, one that has existed for centuries. An agenda that feeds off emotional fragmentation. An agenda that keeps humanity in survival mode, because people in survival mode do not question deeper truths. They don't explore spirituality. They don't seek higher consciousness. They don't unlock their intuitive gifts. They don't rebel energetically. They comply. They obey. They follow whatever narrative promises safety. This is the foundation of the agenda. But something is shifting, something they cannot stop. As the world becomes more chaotic, more individuals are waking up, not fewer. People are beginning to question their reality, to sense the energetic manipulation, to see the world as a stage, not a prison, to recognize that behind every global event, there is an energetic intention. And this, right now, is the part of the timeline they fear the most. Because when enough individuals awaken, the entire collective field begins to rise. And an awakened collective is impossible to control. This is why 2025 is a turning point. Because the chaos is no longer just external. It's internal. People can feel the spiritual war even if they don't have the words for it. Let me explain something that very few spiritual teachers dare talk about. Humanity is not experiencing chaos because of political failure. Humanity is experiencing chaos because a frequency is dying. The old energetic structure that has controlled humanity for centuries is collapsing, and it is fighting for survival. It's lashing out, creating global friction, triggering conflict, amplifying fear, trying desperately to maintain relevance in a world that is outgrowing it. This is why everything seems louder, darker, heavier. It's the last breath of an old system. But here's the twist. Human consciousness is rising faster than they anticipated. More people are tuning into intuition. More people are recognizing manipulation. More people are questioning the narratives. More people are feeling the energetic currents beneath world events. And this awakening is creating cracks in the old agenda, cracks that cannot be sealed. You might think you're just one person, but energetically, one awakened soul shifts thousands of unconscious ones. This is how powerful you are. This is why you are targeted with exhaustion, distraction, confusion. Because if your mind is tired, you're easier to steer. But when your consciousness wakes up, you'll become a threat to the agenda behind world chaos. Let me tell you a truth most people are not ready for. This world is not controlled through politics, it is controlled through perception. Who controls perception controls reality. Who controls emotion controls decisions. Who controls the collective energy controls the collective destiny. But that control is cracking. Because individuals like you are refusing to unconsciously participate in the energetic game. You're learning to protect your field, to detach from chaos, to observe without absorbing, to understand without fearing, to sense without being manipulated. This is what they fear, not riots, not movements, not revolutions. But awakened individuals, people who can no longer be energetically farmed. Now listen, as your mentor, I need to tell you something important. You are not here to fight the system. You're here to outgrow it, to transcend it, to rise above it. Because the moment you rise energetically, the system loses its grip on you. Fear can't reach you. Manipulation can't program you. Chaos can't distract you. You start to see things as they truly are. You begin moving differently, thinking differently, feeling differently, and that difference spreads. Now we reach the part of the story most people never hear. World chaos does not exist to destroy humanity. It exists to test consciousness, to see who folds and who rises, to see who chooses fear and who chooses awareness, to see who remains asleep and who wakes up. And you are waking up faster than you realize. If you feel tired, it's because you're shedding old frequencies. If you feel disconnected, it's because you're unplugging from the collective distortion. If you feel overwhelmed, it's because your energy is expanding faster than your body is used to. These are not signs of weakness, they are signs of activation. The world is not falling apart, the illusion is falling apart. And illusions never go quietly. Everything happening in 2025 is the echo of a prophecy older than any religion, any empire, any civilization. A prophecy that says, when the world enters great chaos, humanity will rediscover its true power. You are living through that prophecy right now. And your awakening is not just personal, it is part of something global, collective, unstoppable. Let me leave you with this. The secret agenda behind world chaos only works when people are asleep. But you are waking up. And once a single flame ignites, others light up around it. Your awakening is a beacon. Your awareness is resistance. Your energy is your armor, and your intuition is your compass through this chaotic world. Stay awake, stay conscious, and stay aligned, because the world will try to shake you. But chaos cannot touch a soul that knows who it is. Now, if this message resonated with you, listen carefully. I want you to comment below. I choose clarity, because the moment you choose clarity over fear, the energetic agenda loses its influence over you. If you felt something awakening inside you while watching this, if the pieces finally connected, if you want to understand what really moves behind global events, then subscribe, leave your like, and share this message with someone who feels what you feel. This channel is not just information, it is a sanctuary for awakened minds. And the next videos will take you even deeper into the truth behind the world's spiritual and energetic war. So breathe, stay aware. And remember, the world may be in chaos, but your soul is not.